What's up everybody, this is Master EN Gamer with just a very quick Overwatch news update. We got a brand new patch on the PTR and experimental card on live servers, featuring some decent little nerfs for Genji, and some crazy changes for Moira, including what is, for all intents and purposes, a brand new ability. So let's jump right on in. First up, I'll just real quick cover the Genji changes. Shuriken, the general damage was decreased from 30 to 28, and the secondary fire recovery was increased from 0.65 seconds to 0.75. So as you can see here in this footage, it basically just nerfs the amount of damage output Genji has. He's going to do a little less damage per Shuriken, and his secondary fire is a bit slower. Pretty straightforward stuff there for Genji. Moving on to Moira though, this is where things get interesting. Biotic Grasp, attach angle reduced by 37%. This means that it won't snap onto the enemy target quite as easily. You'll have to focus a bit more precisely in on them, just a bit. Overall, I don't think this is going to be a major change, but it will technically require you to be a bit more skillful with how you aim her Biotic Grasp. Biotic Orb, damage orb only, damage radius reduced from 4 meters to 3 meters, projectile slow amount after a target is found increased from minus 72.5% to minus 80%. Damage per second now scales based on how close the targets are to Biotic Orb. Between 0 to 1 meters, it'll deal 150 damage per second, and between 1 meter and 3 meters, scales linearly down from 150 to 25 damage per second. The original normal damage on live servers was previously always 50 damage per second. The total potential damage dealt by Biotic Orb is still unchanged, which is 200 damage overall. So basically this makes Biotic Orb worse at just accidentally killing people it happens to bounce near. Kind of like the Biotic Grasp as well, you're gonna want to focus on throwing the orb directly at somebody instead of having it just bounce around and happen to get people, because it's not going to do quite as much damage that way anymore. I think people are going to like this change because mainly it just makes the damage orb less annoying, which is a good thing, let's admit. But now we get on to the craziest change Moira got, to her Fade. Now phases out all allies within 6 meters and herself for 1 second after exiting Fade. Phasing makes a hero immune to all damage and effects. It'll work exactly like Reaper's Wraith form or Moira's own Fade effect in this regard. Now apparently this doesn't actually work on the ally bots in the practice range, so I had to jump into a custom match for this. And as you can see here, yeah, it straight up makes your allies invincible to crowd control and damage for 1 second upon exiting Fade. As you can see with the Roadhog here, he gets that sort of shadowy effect around him briefly when Moira exits Fade and she's close enough to him. And during that time, he just flat out can't take damage or be stunned or anything. And this applies to every teammate within 6 meters after exiting Fade. Now, in the developer comments on these patch notes, they explain that they wanted to give this ability to Moira's Fade to make it a bit more utility focused. Specifically, they reference things like being able to use it to save teammates from a self-destruct or a graviton surge, or even saving teammates who were pinned by a Reinhardt charge and were about to be smashed against the wall. I gotta admit, these seem like only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what this utility is actually going to end up bringing to the game, and right off the bat, my first impression is that it's overpowered. Keep in mind, these changes just came out. I haven't gotten a chance to really experiment with them yet in the experimental card. I'll definitely be doing quite a bit of that over the next couple days. But my initial thoughts after hearing these changes is that, yeah, it seems really powerful. However, as always, only time will tell. In the meantime though, let me know your thoughts on these new changes for both Genji and especially Moira by dropping a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, follow me on Twitter at MasterENGamer, and come check out my Discord server to hang out and never miss any future Overwatch news and content. Special thanks to my channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them and earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master EN Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.